Welcome to Homebuyers School, brought to you by Brookfield Residential.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Homebuyers School. Today I'm joined by Kevin French with Remax Realty, and the question we're going to answer is, can I sell my home without a realtor? So Kevin, obviously you're a realtor. It may be a little bit biased answer, but is it possible to sell your home without a realtor?
Absolutely, yeah. It's typically better to do that in a seller's market instead of a buyer's. Currently we're in a buyer's market.
Yeah.
So with the advantages weighing on the buyer's side, it's much more difficult to sell. So if you're not aware of how to properly market your property, properly price the property, then those things are going to work against you, especially right now, more than ever.
Yeah. Well, I guess you need as many resources as you can to help you sell your home.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
Okay. And if I were to take that route, though, if I wanted to sell the house on my own, what are some of the steps I would do to accomplish that?
So there's multiple sites. Obviously, you could find things such as Kijiji or For Sale by Owner, and you could list it on those, or you could look for assistance through Property Guys, ComFree. Property Guys is a private system. Your property wouldn't be on the MLS system, but most people are aware that it exists, so they can search there if they're looking for a property. And then when you're with the ComFree option, the property would be on MLS. So you'd pick a package that they offer, and then you would list the property with them. They would coordinate a portion of the things for you, and then it would be on MLS, and then you would help with all the showings and organize all that, deal directly with whoever's looking to purchase, whether it's a realtor or another single individual. And then it would just, once an offer is received, then that would be part on the owner who's selling the property themselves to decide what price they're comfortable with, but they would have a bit of assistance from ComFree.
Oh, okay. So, but you're taking care of everything though, like booking those appointments or people calling you to say, hey, I want to come visit your home, right?
Making sure the home is show ready, making sure that it's showing in its best possible light, making sure that you're taking care of everything that you want to make sure that you're taking care of. Those little small details make the biggest difference, but the biggest thing that needs to be considered is pricing. So I list a property and I go in and the property, let's say it's worth $499.9, and the person happened to have purchased it in the peak market in 2014, so they owe $520. So now all of a sudden they want to list for $549.
Yeah.
So they tell me we'll list at $549, then we'll negotiate down to $540, and then after the fees, we'll be somewhere in the ballpark of paying it off.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change market value.
Yeah.
So you can't really do that. So what happens when you leave the sale in the hands of the person trying to sell the property and they're trying to do it on their own, they may take that route where they're trying to look for, well, what are the expenses that I need to cover? And then that's where we'll price the home, which has nothing to do with market value. Should never do that.
Yeah. So you're saying you might leave some money off the table?
Absolutely. Well, the property, if you do that, if you overprice it, it's just going to sit on the market longer, and then it's going to become stigmatized.
Yeah.
And then when it does actually sell, which might be years later, or you might choose to list with an agent shortly after, being unsuccessful, trying it on your own, then the property would sell at fair market value. But now people are going to see that in the history. It's set on the market for 3 months, or it's set on the market for a year. Who knows?
When it could have sold.
When it could have sold much sooner, and probably for more money. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else to add?
No.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Kevin. That's it for our show today. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
That's another edition of Homebuyers School. Tune in next time for more expert tips and tricks. And visit homebuyerschool.ca to bring you one step closer to finding your dream home. As with everything, it would be great if you like and share our videos. Also, please let us know if you have any home buying questions you want us to answer.